Alright, so first stage is planes. Looks like Moo is using a color code, which doesn't actually do anything, it's just purely cosmetic. Later on, if he does decide to go for Conjurer's Coat, his armor will still be the same color, but the effects will still remain from the Conjurer's Coat. But I guess I'll talk about that later. This stage is pretty vanilla, not too complicated. Hardest trick in this stage is... Oh, actually, I'm going to talk about this first. This is what we call the Leap of Faith, which is this kind of precise jump onto this platform here, this moving platform. Alright, Moo gets it. That jump is a little bit more precise than it looks, and it's kind of easy to mess up if you're not paying attention.
Ooh, fortunately Ponder1ng did.
Yeah. It's not too bad though, I think it loses maybe 15 seconds or so. Actually, our racers here are doing something... I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but apparently they're in the same voice channel talking to each other, so that's kind of interesting. Usually both racers will sort of be sort of on their lonesome, not talking to each other.
Actually, the community's really friendly on this kind of stuff, but I don't know about during mid-race attitude, so.
So Moom is gonna opt to not actually do the bubble wrap. You can actually do on the last screen with the dragon. You can actually pogo off the screen in a very specific way in order to actually go into the last slime ring here, like sort of clip into the side of that one. And Moo going up against Black Knight. You can basically stun lock Black Knight forever, as long as you hit him right as he exits hit stun, which it looks like he's doing pretty well. Alright, that was a pretty good kill.
As a person who attempts that, that is actually a very difficult trick. I still haven't mastered that one yet, so. You miss one bit of that stun, he gets out of it and becomes a much messier fight, especially on BK3.
That's one of those things that gets, it's sort of very hard to learn, but right after you learn it, it's sort of ingrained in your muscle memory, like the rhythm really stays in there.
It does save a decent chunk of time, too. So we're going into Pridemore Keep now with Moo. First trick in Pridemore Keep is known as Gentle Hop, which is basically a max height jump and swinging the shovel at screen transition. So it'll get you a slight increase in height, which will allow you to skip dirt blocks. Unfortunately, it doesn't get it.
That was kind of weird. I thought it looked good. I think he swung his shovel a little bit early.
Pondering through Black Knight. I do believe both of them do run Forebrow.
I haven't seen any of these players actually play this category, so I'm not sure. I'm assuming so.
I'm fairly, yeah, I know what Ponder1ng does. I think Moo also does, because I've seen him use orbs before on Prop Night stage. Taking a damage boost to get through Phoenix.
Unfortunately, Ponder1ng does not get the gentle jump.
Differences between the Phoenix attacks are a claw and a fire. The fire does one full heart of damage. The claw only does a half heart, so. Cloakroom is notorious for hitting cycles precisely. If you do not hit cycles precisely, you can have mistimings. It's happened with me before on runs. But it looks like Moo's getting through cleanly. Off to King.
So for King Knight, Moomoo's gonna want to hit him in the air with shovel and then do a couple of pogos and try to keep up with him as much as possible, which it looks like he's doing actually really well. Oh, that was really nice.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, that's the... There's a bunch of ways to kill King Knights, and that's actually one of the best ones. I think that's like the second fastest way you can kill him. Yeah, very well executed from MooMoo. Oh, it looks like he's
Oh, he skipped orb. He might be going 100%.
I guess he's not... Yeah, I guess he might just be doing low percent, which I guess is fine, since I believe that's his main category that he's running.
Yeah, low percent, still any percent.
Ponder1ng unfortunately dying in the booker. So Ponder1ng coming up against King Knight here, let's see how he does.
Doesn't get stunned, that's good.
I would say if you're just starting out in this speedrun, not getting King Fetty is a pretty good first step, so he did that at least. But yeah, King Knight is actually, even though it's not one of the harder fights casually, is actually, I would say, one of the hardest fights to learn in the speedrun, for sure. It really is a fight that teaches you how sort of enemies get knocked back when you actually hit them with a shovel. And how you can use that in order to actually keep up with an enemy like King Knight. So Ponder1ng is going to go back to village here and is going to buy orbs.
So he's going to grab the extra 500 from Music Sheet as well.
MooMoo breaking the checkpoint and not taking the extra health. So he better not mess up this fight. I really hope he doesn't, because it would be really embarrassing. Okay, he's good. I'm always a bit wary whenever someone breaks a checkpoint, just because, like, he didn't actually pick up the gold or anything, he just kind of broke it because he felt like it.
Swag. I was actually even more. He took the damage boost, and I was getting real worried there for a second too on that one. So
actually, you can go ahead.
There are 3 dream sequences in the game after every 3 major stages. Most runners will just die as quickly as possible to speed them up. Some people like to grab as much gold from the enemies because they drop double gold. So for a lot of new people, if you want to get a bunch of health upgrades, it's a great way to make some quick gold. There's also a meal ticket in the chest there if you also want to grab that as an additional safety.
I guess MooMoo is just like I always find it a bit weird whenever people do low percent, as opposed to like, 'cause, like there's a lot of small things you can do. Like, you know, you can basically pick up an extra item for free if you're transitioning from low percent to any percent. So maybe we'll see him pick up Propeller Dagger, maybe later on or something. Or maybe Dust Knuckles here, I'm not sure, but I always find it kind of interesting. I think it's just like a mental thing, but just like the switch over, they just, you know, they just feel what they're most comfortable with and they're not going to change anything. And MooMoo actually nailing the beetle skip there.
Got Ponder1ng entering final dark room the chart. So like setup, breaking the checkpoint.
He's gonna break that checkpoint, which is good for the gold route, but he is going to be punished severely if he does die in this room. So it does look like he's... oh boy. He almost landed on the platform there. Or missed it, rather. That would have been really bad.
Looks like he's going to take the safe strats here.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the scarier rooms if you're a new player. You're not really used to like how the skeletons can move when you can't see them, and just the platform layout in general can be very scary.
I liked how you use the head of the enemy to stun that ghost. That ghost is a jerk if you're slightly off on your jumps. You're taking the skip over the section. Well, note back, there are some of these blocks and platforms that just stop existing once you get above or below a plane. It's good in some cases, bad in another. In that case, he was able to just bounce right over the pillar.
Ponder1ng having a little bit of a hard time against Spectre Knight here. I think he got a bad spawn on the second throw.
Also surprised he's not really using any Chaos Orb. The ads that he spawns do sometimes give you magic refills.
It does look like he's taking this fight really cautiously, but he should be able to get out of it fairly unscathed. Oh wow, wait a minute. I didn't even know... I didn't even know Spectre Knight could detonate his skeletons. I've literally never seen that. Okay.
Yeah, basically what happens is when he's going to re-summon them and they're still existing, he'll just detonate it and kind of restart a new cycle.
Alright.
Because if you kill all the skeletons right before he detonates, he'll cancel the animation. Sometimes he'll just start summoning new ones. Got MooMoo entering Exploratorium, and Ponder1ng's now in the dream. He's going to take the death route on this one. He's waiting for the skeletons to actually lift up their swords, because that way they do a full part of damage as opposed to only half of it if you try and run into them continuously.
Ponder1ng does pick up the meal ticket from the first stream, so I assume he will be going back to village here in order to get extra help.
Actually, I think... okay, no, he's going to do that. He was mentioning earlier that sometimes he likes to just go and complete the second section of the game, and then go back once he has the 2 free meal tickets from the dream sections. MooMoo showing off the fact that you can land on the very bottom of the vats. There's a slight clip that you can land onto.
Alright, so Ponder1ng did get an extra health there. I don't know if he'll be going back later in the game for more. I'm assuming he will, judging from what his time looks like, but I can't say for sure.
MooMoo entering the mini-boss of Exploratorium. Do you remember offhand how many hits it is? I thought it was 30.
I don't know actually.
Whatever it was very clean. Normally I run into the situation of, oh god, the Yeti's charging me, and I try and fight him out. So I don't ever bother to count, normally.
Ponder1ng taking the top route in Beetle, not doing the Beetle skip.
We got the Chompy skip, using the Chompy in the 3 pillar platform to pogo off of them and grab the ladder in the room above. Another option to do that room is to use the Dust Knuckles, because you can both clear through the blocks without losing momentum, and also the Plague clones.
Alright, so MooMoo. Let's see how he fights Plague Man. Holy moly, dude, he's going in. That was a really good start to the fight. You should be able to get this, no problem. Yeah, there he goes.
Ponder1ng just getting Dust Knuckles.
His gold count looking pretty decent. We'll see if he goes for the red checkpoint in the stage. Oh god, wait, what? Okay, that was a strat. Okay, I was really scared there. I thought he was gonna jump on the green view when it was on the platform, but I guess that's that's what you're.
Strat.
I think that's what you're actually supposed to do there. Actually,
it's one of the ways that I've done in the past until I could learn how to jump over the pillar clip. It doesn't. Okay, so he's going for the Dust Knuckle opener. You just waited until after the flames. Breaking the checkpoint here. Looks like I missed a death on MooMoo. Die in the anchor room.
so right now MooMoo is ahead by about a stage here, more or less, or rather half a stage.
Half a stage is, yeah. Actually, no, a full stage, because I think, yeah, because Ponder1ng still hasn't done Plague yet.
Oh right, that's true.
It's okay. There is some vast differences in some of the seeds here, being one of the people subject to this. See if he goes for the backup strat of reflecting the flames. He's not going for that at all. You can reflect the blinking flames back, and they do a full heart of damage to Mole.
So
MooMoo is one of the few people who actually do a lot of low percent. So this is affectionately known as 420 fish. And he gets a 1 cycle. Excellent.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Usually you have, in the sort of standard route of this game, you also have charge slash on that fight, which makes it a lot easier, but he did a really good job without it.
Oh, wow. MooMoo just got dirt skip. By knocking the dirt pile out on the wall to the side, then pogoing off of it immediately, you can reach that ladder.
Oh, dude, he almost had it. I think he jumped a little bit too late.
Going for anchor skip?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Which would the issue I was talking about earlier, how the planes of the game going in your advantage and against your advantage. That is definitely the one I think of going against your disadvantage.
So it looks like Moomoo's not too concerned about money. I am assuming he is going to pick up Propeller Dagger, even if he is going for most low percent strengths. It's Propeller Dagger does that save a pretty good amount of time on its own, even if you don't really know how to use it that well.
I believe the Bunch of Koopas is famous for saying it saves a half a second every time you use it in a run. Properly.
Yes.
So people who like to sit on their magic, cough, could be gaining a lot of time if they just use the Propeller Dagger better. A little bit more difficult for a lot of new runners to kind of learn how to effectively use the Prop Dagger.
Yeah, when you use Propeller Dagger, your attack box actually, it seems like it doubles, and it's very easy to sort of hit something that you don't want to, it seems like.
And survives the mini-boss of Exploratorium with half a health. Wow. Decided to go for shovel cancels against him. So Plague Duck Knights tend to like to jump, so sometimes you can just run directly underneath them.
Oh no, dude. Ponder1ng actually falls to his death. He really needs to actually get this build back, or otherwise he's not going to be able to get Charge Slash, or... Actually, I'm not sure how he's going to go for it, so he might not need the money as much, but...
Take a different route and just get Charge Slash after a Treasure Knight. That's also a valid move. Because then you can get the Dream Phase to make up some money for Propeller Dagger.
Looks like Moomoo did a slight... Wait, Ponder1ng, no! Why did you not... No! Okay, well, I guess he didn't pick up the money even though he was right next to it, but... hopefully that does not set him back too much.
You do lose a fourth of your money every time you die, but you can pick it back up. It looked like he got at least one of the money back, so it didn't hurt him too badly. As MooMoo's entering the bane of all existence, I'm sorry, Propeller Knight state.
Moomoo did do a slight mistake. He actually entered Stranded Ship first, before actually going into Propeller Knight stage, which is what you would normally do in a low percent run. But yes, I do believe he is, since he switched over, he is probably going to pick up Propeller Dagger here. Ponder1ng, entering Plague. He should be able to do pretty good since he does have Chaos Orbs and extra health.
Hopefully Plague behaves, because Plague can always be a slight annoying at times.
He actually got a pretty good pattern. Yeah.
Oh, got a good bounce off the bat.
Oh, Moo falling. Oh my goodness, okay, he fell through a couple of screens now, unfortunately.
I do believe that MooMoo is skipping Propeller Dagger.
Oh wait. No, he's going back for it actually because he forgot it. He's really not used to this route.
Okay.
Alright, there you go. So I don't wanna jinx him or anything, but it does look like he might be doing this, maybe for like the first time. He's probably gonna die from badly using a propeller dagger. At least once. I'm calling it right now.
Well, he does not have Conjurer's Coat, I don't believe. And it looks like base magic. Oh, if you actually Dust Knuckle those blocks, you can get through that room quicker. Unfortunately, he was a little bit late on the Dust Knuckle and fell back down into the Jellyfish.
He's having a bit of a hard time with the jaws here, but gets through. Ponder1ng going strong in Iron Whale. They should be able to clear this room with the orb.
Oh, we actually got the setup.
Iron Whale is a little bit faster with orbs, since you can use it against Treasure Knight and do that one room in particular a lot faster than you would with any other method.
He's going to use bounce strats for 420 fish.
I'm not sure. I'm always a little bit stressed out whenever I see someone just pogo the treasure chest. The fish can sort of move erratically out of the way, and he can throw eels at you and sort of knock you back, and he almost died there.
He got good shellfish spawning, though. So a note to say, when he's actually in open form of the Lantern phase, pogos do not actually harm 420 fish. But they allow you to propeller over him when he's charging. Yeah, third cycle, so early third, that's pretty good. And he does know about the hidden turkey underneath the checkpoint there.
Moo taking this wind room pretty slowly. You can actually clear that in one go, but it's pretty hard.
That red at the end always gives me a heart attack.
Alright, so Moo actually fighting Propeller Knight. He should be able to get the quick kill here. Looking pretty good so far. Oh, misses
he's got enough magic.
Yeah, he messed up the second set of lunges. I think he swung too late. I think he will adapt nicely though. He does get him. Alright.
Another option is if he gets down to that second phase, you can use pogo strats. It's a little bit safer, but a bit slower.
I'm not too sure where Ponder1ng died, but
I think he died to Rocket Raceway. That's happened to me before. Basically, you miss the platforms, fall down into the spikes, and die. It's a disheartening death. Taking the extra money from the chest, he's probably going to go back and grab some extra health with that.
oh my.
And we got Moo entering the Clockwork Tower.
Ponder1ng is going to go to the safety checkpoint there. And he will not be going for Anchor Skip, which is probably a wise choice. Doesn't save that much time, and it's pretty risky if you die.
Looks like he's getting some inconsistency with the Dust Knuckles. It does happen from time to time. he is opting to not take the health before going into Treasure Knight. Hopefully that pays off. Treasure Knight is a very dangerous fight. He does a lot of damage, typically 1 damage on every swing, 1.5 with Conjure.
Moo died to spikes in the mirror room. That is probably due to him being unfamiliar with the Propeller Dagger, unfortunately. That room is actually a lot trickier than it looks. There's basically every platform in that room is just a conveyor, and there's also like a moving platform in the middle, so using Propeller Dagger in that room is actually one of the trickier spots to use it in.
So, the effective term of those Medusa head enemies are called Sign Dagger, named specifically after the pattern that they follow when they fly across the room. Bet you didn't know this, but sometimes they spawn with a twin called the Cosine Dagger. Do you know what the difference between the two are?
It's like 90 degrees or something? Dude, I don't know.
It's half a pie. But you are correct, 90 degrees.
Oh, right. I'm too young for math.
So MooMooAkai has gotten the last piece of gear you need in the run. You don't need this piece of gear, but it does have an amusing interaction with one of the bosses.
Oh no, Pondering, no.
Oh god, no.
No, get out of there, dude. This is not good. He's
fighting with all of his might.
No. Dude, I'm really tempted to just tell Pondering to stop and go in his chat right now, because if he kills Rise, not only does it actually waste time to actually fight him, but he'll actually spawn a set of encounters later on in the game. I'm just gonna go tell him, because
it's up to him. I'll be honest, for the PB that I had to run for the seeding, I actually ran into Reese continuously trolled me and just said I'm gonna fight him. I ended up having to fight pretty much all of the encounter. But it looks like he just takes the death and Reese decides to move. Oh god.
okay, so he is not going to kill Reese. Oh boy. But yeah, that's one of the things that you lose the most time on if you decide to do, and it's completely unnecessary.
It does earn you a bit of gold, but it is not recommended for anybody doing any percent.
It's not beneficial in any situation because you, like I said, you spawn 2 extra fights in World 3. And those fights take a very, very long time, and they're much more difficult than Reese is.
It's Baz and Chaos Striker, if I remember correctly, correct?
I believe it's, you spawn a second gold armor on the map, and also later on Black Knight and Phantom Striker.
As you can see, the nice interaction with the gear for Tinker 1. It's quite an annoying fight to do shovel only, just being completely honest. So if you end up forgetting your gear, you can lose a lot of unnecessary life on Tinker. Opting for pogo strats, it seems. Be sure to
Very
spam
nice.
your Wormac.
Very nice finish from Moomoo there. I was not expecting him to go for that.
Well, right now, it looks like Ponder1ng's actually short of Propeller Dagger by quite a bit. Decide to offer the Conjurer's Code instead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a good idea on his part. One of the bigger reasons you want Conjurer's Code is because of being able to use Propeller Dagger much more often. So I don't think he'll be able to get it unless he resets to the map and does another stage or something.
How much would it cost in the village if he decides to get it there? 8,000?
I actually don't know. I've never actually learned that.
I've only ever gotten it in the stage, and it looks like the jellyfish is just trolling the hell out of him with the Jawas. Good setup for prop skip from Moo. Gets it. Moo also skipping the checkpoint.
Ponder1ng having a hard time with these first sets of screen here. There are a couple of...
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, there's a couple of screens on Propeller that will sort of drop you several screens downward if you don't know where to land.
World 3 is definitely an upgrade in difficulty for these stages, as they can be very punishing sometimes. Decides to take it patiently for the jelly, and doesn't actually get the jump input. It's like Moo did Snow Room gearless. Enters Polar without taking help.
Oh my. Yeah, Moo dies to Polar. Unfortunately.
Thing is with that mage is if you try and jump over his obstacle, most of the time it's going to clip you unless you have Propeller Dagger ready and ready to go.
Or Ponder1ng.
Made it to the
Wait.
checkpoint at least.
I wasn't sure if he missed his knuckle. I think he might have. I think that's why he dropped into the pit. Or no, actually, I think he dropped into the pit there because he had low health, so just wanted to get a health regen. Oh my goodness, the knuckle on the jaw, dude. Oh my god, this is scary to watch.
Most of his rats can actually be cleaned up with one orb if you throw it at the very height of your jump onto the platform you're going to jump to next. Entering the Nemos. Moo is entering Tower 1. I didn't know about that gold there behind the checkpoint.
So it looks like he's trying to get extra money for Propeller Dagger, but he started the stage with basically no money, so I guess he's just gonna continue. Or I don't know Looks like he's going back in there, but he doesn't have enough money to actually do.
He could be stockpiling for later. If he does a full drain, he might have enough.
I think he's just gonna finish. Yeah, he's just gonna finish the stage without a propeller dagger, it seems, which is really unfortunate. Yeah.
Specifically, some of the last rooms in the stage are much more difficult without a propeller dagger. So Moomoo opts to not go for the quick cycle of grinder. Sorry, crusher.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about Ponder1ng because I don't know if he's ever done the rest of the game without the propeller dagger or not. So that might be a pretty big issue for him if he's not used to it. Of course, you can't just, in this game, you can't actually just go back into a stage, buy the item, and just exit. You actually do have to finish a stage, so if you are skipping an item in the stage, it's not really an option to go back for it. Unless you buy it from the armor outpost.
I think Moomoo's stream just crashed.
I believe so. I think he's been having internet issues recently. Ponder1ng does look like he's adapting to not having a propeller dagger.
I think he thought there was help up there. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. This room is pretty tricky without the propeller dagger.
Just a tip, if you're playing not to use a propeller dagger, it's probably best to just try and hit every platform without jumping.
I'm back.
So it does look like MooMoo's stream is back, and he just entered Tower 2. Alright, Ponder1ng getting through probably the hardest room without the dagger. So he should be fine for the rest of this. Oh my god, he was so close to dying.
Actually, you still had enough time, but there is a runner earlier in this tournament who hit that last cannonball on frame perfect to not go into that pit.
Oh, Ponder1ng falling to the pit against Propeller Knight.
Pray for good Jawas.
You can actually hit Propeller with Chaos Orbs, but it's really weird how the orbs actually interact with him. If the orbs actually hit him in the face, it won't actually do damage. You have to hit like sort of the top of his head or something. It's really awkward.
Can't you also hit him in the back if you do a bank shot off the back walls? Ooh, takes another death. He is not a fun fight if you don't have a quick kill. I view him in this kind of same category as like Black Knights. One of the strategies I use when I'm trying to get that first 9 hits in is he'll do a 3-hit combo, but before he starts any 3-hit combo, he'll slightly move his rapier. You wait until the movement before you start your swing, and you'll nearly get it every time, latency and graphics providing, whatever. Another option is to pogo it, which looks like he's going to go for pogo strats here. During second phase with the cannons. And he gets them. And Moo just finished the auto scroller. He's going into boss rush, and he did get the wall chicken.
If the dagger helps you, I'd say it's kidding.
Now, the ordering on the bosses for the boss rush is random, with one exception. Polar Knight will always be one of the first 3 bosses you fight, because Yacht Club viewed that fighting a boss with instant kill mechanics such as spikes is kind of cheap to have very, very late to the boss rush.
Moo not getting the first cycle Mole Knight, which is kind of a harder thing to do if you actually don't have a projectile weapon, but still doable.
It looks like you missed one of the fire reflex. Let's play the second. While Ponder1ng is entering the clock tower. Fortunately, I do not believe he has Propeller Dagger still, so some of these rooms are a little bit more difficult, like that first gear room. You can actually Propeller Dagger underneath them as opposed to having to go through the gears. Taking it very patiently on the room there. It's quite easy to miss one of your jumps and just fall into a pit. And that is a very long setback, taking the safety checkpoint. Now, since he does not have the Propeller Dagger, he has to take this normally.
He could have done a damage boost off the dagger, but since I'm assuming he's never done low percent before, he doesn't actually know how to do that.
It's also a very difficult setup based off of how those sign daggers spawn. Looks like Moo just got back. He's still in the boss rush, right, going into Polar Knight. Oh, lost it up to Polar Knight, excuse me. Gets through treasure, no problem. And Ponder1ng is going into the next gear room. By using charge slashes, you can deal with the choppy enemies quite simply. Right, sides troll them. You can kill the chompers without charge slash. It's just much more difficult because your timing has to be very, very precise. And finally, that Silver Knight will always jump over you, so you don't even have to worry about that.
Moo finishing out boss rush with King Knight.
Fortunately, his dust knuckle was a little high, and the gear mage gets him.
He did he got the checkpoint, so not really a huge setback.
Saves Mole Knight and keeps moving.
Dude, what a guy.
I can dig that.
Let's see how Ponder1ng fares with the auto-scroller. Skips the first dagger there. Once you enter this auto-scroller, there's actually always a dagger that spawns right behind your head. like literally right behind your head. It can be a bit scary because if you slow down any at all, that dagger will hit you. Oh god, he's okay.
Ooh, just narrowly avoids the kill plane. Oh!
Oh no, dude.
Who's entering the platform room. It's still something that a lot of runners have memorized, and I respect anybody who does, and decides to take a taxi to Enchantress 1. Looks like he's trying to set up for Pogo off the sign dagger. I've done. Ooh!
Oh no, dude. Those rollers can be a little bit tricky. So it looks like Moomoo will not be going for the Pogo below the stage and trying to kill Enchantress. I think she had too much health when she did dives, or after she did dives, rather.
Enchantress 1 is quite a difficult fight, especially for newer players. Reflect and Pogo to clean up Enchantress 1 going into Enchantress 2.
Does not catch Shield Knight off the gear jump.
Ponder1ng's entering Tinker Knight, and decides to engineer his demise. Can also confirm that Enchantress 1 is a difficult fight.
Enchantress 2, definitely a lot easier than the first fight. And Moomoo is done. Congrats to him.
Hopefully done soon. And he duns at a 53-43. While Ponder1ng cleans up Tinker Knight.
Pretty good time for Moomoo for sort of hacking his way through some low percent / any percent strats.
It's a very, very admirable time. Ponder1ng's entering stranded ship. Platforming gets much, much more intense.
Oh, jump.
I think he got an input even off the Dust Knuckle attack off the Odin. Choosing to collect some of his gold.
I'm not really sure if he will go back for extra health at this point, but He has every single item with the exception of the propeller dagger, but he does need a considerable amount of gold to actually buy it now. So I'm not sure what he'll do.
Another strat in that previous room is to throw a gear and then jump off the gear to make the ladder. And with Dust Knuckle strats here, going high.
Wait, did he not get the gear?
He has the gear.
He is on 1 health, and
Taking it very safe. Fortunately, I believe the next known health is a couple rooms from now.
yes,
So I don't know what here. Takes the death on the Frost Mage.
yes. Unfortunately, since he doesn't have propeller dagger, he's gonna actually have to push the statue all the way to the right of the stage.
He'll have to do complete Bifrost. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
God, dude.
probably going for Propeller Dagger back.
Oh, I don't like. Okay, he's good. Oh, right.
So,
I always forget you can push statues off screen, actually.
it's very nice. It's recommended if you're not fully competent in your Propeller Dagger strats. The other thing that they provide is pretty much a barrier to any thrown projectile horizontally.
Wow, that was a hot mess.
Welcome, Momo.
Hello.
Ooh, takes the death. But at least he does have the checkpoint there. Moo had done at 53:43, but that was a little bit late.
Yeah, I forgot that the race plugin wouldn't done for this. Because I got disconnected a couple times.
So he decides to go with the low strat. A little bit more dangerous. On Bifrost. Again, since he does not have Propeller Dagger here, there are certain strats that he cannot do. Just found some Dive Dragon.
He is doing the damage boost though.
Is he going to go for gear strats here? That's the question. No, it does not believe so. Ooh. Takes the death to the Dive Dragon.
Yeah, that wolf giving him the business.
Those Fenrir's are not good pups sometimes.
Oh, hey, Momo, what's up?
Hey, Tolo. Relics are dumb. That's my comment.
Yeah.
Hey, just remember that low percent is any percent. You can always just do all low percent strats.
That was funny because I actually almost beat my low percent time, but I died a ton because of any strats.
Chooses to use Dust Knuckle strats in the spike room.
You know, last time I tried to use the knuckle strats in the slime area, I ended up getting trapped and squished, and you still only have 4 health, even if it's like not Conjurer coat health.
Now, Polar Knight is considered an easier fight for some of the people running the game. However, he can jump and just be an annoyance sometimes as well. Looks like he gets through that.
Having the orbs definitely helps.
Yeah, the orbs make this fight a lot easier than normally.
Then he also has the Conjurer's Code, which gives him a lot more orbs to throw out.
That's why I didn't even bother going for the orb, because I wasn't getting the coat. I wouldn't be able to throw out nearly as many.
So, I believe he does have enough money to actually go back to our Armor Outpost and buy Propeller Dagger. I think it's twice as much money as in the stage, so 8,000. So, I don't know if he knows that. Or, sorry, not Armor Outpost, but the village, rather. Yeah. I get confused because the relics are in Armor Outpost for play.
Chooses to opt out of the meal ticket, so we'll see if he goes back for it. You'd think he'd grab the meal ticket if he's going to go back to the village. And unfortunate, got the hour mark right after Polar Knight, so bosses have spawned. Decides to skip the Color Dagger and go after Black Knight too. Rarely seen fight. Can still be killed by the quick kill method. Got a decent setup and loses a stun combo, but he's got him in the corner again. That is the difference between. That's the difference between the Black Knight 1 and 2 versus a Black Knight 3. Once you lose that stun combo, you're pretty much done on PK3.
Yeah, that was pretty decent from him.
Alright, it was lots of fun. I gotta get going. Good luck to Ponder1ng during the race, and thank you guys for bringing me into this.
Yeah, dude. See you later. So Ponder1ng now, entering Tower 1. He does not have Propeller Dagger again, but this stage isn't too much harder without Propeller Dagger, I would say. I think he's done the bulk of the harder stages without the dagger, so he should be having a little bit of an easier time now, adjusting to this new route.
It's a triple kill off the charge slash. Oh, goes the rats. Now, the Red Phoenix is a little bit more annoying because it does 2 fireballs in a row, and you can get easily knocked down like so. They typically line up with the lava pots to drop on you as well. Stuck underneath the dust blocks there. He has to break them before he can move on. Now, since he does not have Propeller Dagger here, he cannot do Crusher Skip. So he'll probably take a couple of extra cycles. Oh!
He does get crushed, unfortunately.
Now, particularly noted in the Crusher segment, that death lane is very unforgiving. You miss it by just a hair, you are going to die most of the time. Chompy's being chompy.
Oh god, I thought he was gonna get crushed. Oh man. It is worth noting that the top of Shovel Knight's horns is sort of like his actual head, so to speak.
It's his box.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
And does not make it past over the spikes in time. This room can be quite tricky if you are not used to doing non-propeller strats here. because you're able to just skip through that entire spike section in one go. A lot of strats involve getting the bubble on the first time up through the crusher, and then going back while the crusher gets into position.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna take this very, very slowly.
He did not go for the additional cycle there. That has been the death of a lot of my times that I forgot about the prop dagger. You try and go for that in the one cycle, you do have a chance of not making it and having to redo the entire crusher section. When you have your charge slash powered up, you actually move at, I believe, half speed. So he was not able to make that jump, and I'm glad he backed out of it.
Yeah, that was very scary to see. I'm glad he recognized that he wasn't gonna make that.
Unfortunately, this is a very precise jump that he has to make now. Another option that you can use on the higher screen is if you jump and start a pogo, you will pogo that samurai knight the entire time, and just barely makes that jump. Like I said, very precise jump there without the propeller dagger. If you have the propeller dagger there, you can just wait until the platform begins to fall, and then propeller dagger off of it, and you will land on the next platform.
I believe you can actually make the jump on the dirt block onto the higher platform there, but it's actually super, super precise. We usually use a dagger there in order to make it, but since he doesn't have it, he has to sort of use the chompy as a platform to do so.
And unfortunately, the samurai is having none of his business there. This last dark room is quite a painful segment sometimes, especially at low health, as the enemies typically are very relentless here. Screen cap rate anyway. The important thing to note for those of you who are new to this game, pay attention to where the rain is actually colliding with the platform. The fake platforms have no rain collision, and that's how you recognize it. Jawas. He's gonna take this slow on the Jawa.
Alright, that was really scary.
There's a reason Jawas are pretty much the universally most hated enemy in the community. Entering Black Knight 3, where Black Knight gets special skills. He's entering into his Aghanim style phase, where he will reflect these shots back at you, depending on how much damage he's taken. If he's at low damage, you only have to reflect it back twice. If he's at high, you have to reflect it back 3 times. Using Dust Knuckle strats to get additional damage in before he starts dropping meat. That is based off of his health percentage. If he's still at a fairly high, when he takes death, if he's still at a fairly high health percentage, he will start trying to do quick pogos on you.
That was somewhat unfortunate. He was really close to killing him as well.
This game is available on multiple platforms, including the Wii U. I believe it's also on PlayStation, the PC. Is it also going to be on the Vita soon? I think I'm forgetting one.
This game is on literally everything. You can probably put this on your toaster. It'll work out somehow.
Black Knight does a full heart and a half of damage when he does a down slash against you when you're wearing the Conjurer's Coat. So he is in one-shot range right now. He needs to be very careful. He is also not able to be damaged while he's doing his Aghanim style and takes a moment of it.
He almost had that.
Oh, nearly had the setup there. Using charge slashes to get an additional half of health of damage to him. You can also pogo off those meteor fragments. But if Black Knight does pogo off those fragments, he will cause an explosion to both the left and the right of the fragment. So you need to avoid them by being aerial.
Oh no. He just needs 2 more hits.
When he starts his next aerial phase, he will always destroy the new meteors before spawning new ones.
Okay, all he needs to do is land this charge slash.
And gets the orb and finishes Black Knight. So now he's entering Tower 2.
Black Knight is definitely one of the harder bosses for newer players, since you can't really stun lock him that well at the start, since it takes a lot of getting used to.
I tend to put Enchantress as the most difficult, followed by Black Knight. Enchantress one, that is. Now, these rats can be a bit of a pain. And it looks like he's trying to go for high platform, which he has to do since he does not have the Propeller Dagger. Opts to not use Dust Knuckle strats. You can actually Dust Knuckle the dirt clods above, where you defeat the cement blocks.
Makes it through the Mario Maker room.
Now, since he does not have Propeller Dagger, he's going to have to do full Bifrost room. And Jawas like to troll. Takes a death to the Samurai.
Oh, I don't know if he knows, but I don't... He was actually trying to put it in a position to where he would normally jump above the platform, but he can't actually do that because he doesn't have Dagger, so I don't... we'll probably realize that as soon as he gets there.
Another option is to jump over the platform and onto the right-hand side while facing right, and use charge slashes to propel the dagger through. Propel Bifrost through. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to kill himself now.
Yeah.
He noticed it as soon as he did not go for that Bifrost bridge immediately.
This is definitely one of those rooms that is much harder without the propeller dagger.
It's an interesting room to practice, especially if you plan on running low percent. As you get to learn how merciless the game can be to you. Specifically the Jawas and the Samurai. That is the advantage of the Bifrost here. You can take all the time you want for a setup on some of these cycles. I have recommended before just following the very low end until you're sure you're going to kill that Jawa. And the Jawa pushes him off again. Another option is to wait till the Jawa finishes its cycle, then start your Bifrost Bridge, because the Jawa will not push you back and instantly die upon movement of the statue.
I don't know if he knows that you can actually kill enemies with the statue, or at least it seemed like he was in a good position for to kill that Jaw with a statue. I mean, he didn't do it.
Yeah, I do not believe he knows that you can do that from his actions with the Chaos Orb. This is some difficult Bifrost because there's going to be another Jawa coming in on the second set of Flamer.
Oh no!
Takes the Pogo off the Jawa and makes it through. As you can see, such a difference made from not having the propeller dagger available to you. And enters the second tower auto-scroller. Is he going for swag sheet? He gets swag music sheet. Now what you can do in this room is you can actually jump before the blocks spawn and land on top of the blocks. This requires you landing on top of the blocks spawn position on the pixel that they appear on screen. A little bit more difficult trick to pull off, but if you do a lot of practice on it, it does make this particular auto-scroller much easier. As the kills frame can get you on some of these bad rats. Samurais also like to spawn here, and it gives you another opportunity to avoid these enemies.
Oh no, don't die please. Okay.
Dust Knuckle strats.
Yeah, dying in the end of the auto-scroller would be really, really painful.
Important to note, he got the wall chicken. Those first two caterers tins have apples in them. The last one has a bomb. Now, the order is random. He's going to get king first. Polar Knight must be in the first three, though, of the boss rush. So Polar Knight is confirmed to be the third boss he's going to have to fight in this particular set, given that he deals with Spectre Knight. Spectre Knight is a bit of an RNG boss. He will always throw to his opposite corner first, and then go back. And after that point, his tosses become much more random. He could toss to his original position, he could toss directly below him, or to the opposite of him. But he could also toss diagonally in the corner. His other attacks include spawning little skeleton mob and performing a charged slash against you. Skeleton mobs are nice in the fact that if you do kill them, they have a chance to drop a magic upgrade. Sorry, not a magic upgrade, a magic refill. Strategy that actually does pertain even into the boss rush.
I don't know if we mentioned this before, but Polar is always going to be one of the first three bosses you face in the boss rush. That's the only set thing in the boss rush order. Every other boss order is random. Yes,
Yacht Club decided to program it such because they thought having a boss with an instant kill mechanic in it later on into the boss rush would feel unfair. Do you have Pondering? I just lost him.
Yeah, I can't see the stream. He might be back fairly soon.
Looks like it was just a hiccup. Yeah, he's back. Now, it looks like he got through Tinker Knight all right, and he's now into play. He's running a little bit low on mana. Mana management in the actual boss rush is very important. Every time you kill a boss, a caterer pool will spawn at the center. On the odd ones, given that you get every single one, there will be a turkey. On even ones, there will be a turkey and a 30 magic refill. Managing these particular ones is very important, especially on certain bosses that use a lot of magic, such as Tinker typically, Polar, and also Treasure, and Wolf to some degree. Now, there is a difference to Prop Knight in this particular boss rush. He will not spawn his signature cannons that open up holes in the ground, kind of against the instant kill mechanics in the boss rush that the devs didn't. We were trying to avoid, and unfortunately takes a death to Color Knight. He will only spawn bombs in the boss rush.
It's also worth noting that if you actually don't trigger the gear, once you actually set it on the ground, it won't actually kill Tinker Knight. You actually set it off right before Tinker went over it, so really close call.
I believe it only does a full heart of damage to him if he just runs into it.
It does 1/2 if he runs into it, I believe. I'm not sure.
Looks like he does know the backup about the bouncing ball. You can pogo off those to get back up. Decides to take it safe and pogo him down. Good. A strategy that is recommended for a lot of the players is during the boss rush, try and hold off and save your health until you get a good opportunity to use it, or it's getting later into the fight. You do want to use it before every boss is killed, because it helps with mana management. But if you can hold it, it makes the fights a lot safer, knowing that you have a full health restore.
He does decide to get the turkey right at the start of the plague fight.
Which can be a benefit. Plague does have a tendency to spawn bats, and I've had it before on some of my best runs, where Plague decides, no, he wants to spawn the bats right on top of where the turkey spawns, and by the time the bats disappear, the turkey's gone. Lost a good PB or two to that, and dies to Plague.
Yeah, he does take a death to Plague. Plague being, I think, probably one of the harder boss fights on boss rush.
I would say he's definitely the most dangerous boss in boss rush. Important thing is when you're fighting treasure, you typically try and avoid killing him at the top of the screen because of the water physics in the room. Unfortunately, he gets jailbaited there by the treasure chest. Having a little difficulty with the shovel cancel after taking the damage boost. to take it a little bit more patiently on him. Using the advantage that you cannot be harmed as long as the boss is taking damage at the same time by the actual boss. Most traditionally used on Propeller Knight when he's doing his 3-hit combos.
Let's get a pretty decent start to the propeller fight, so he should be able to end this pretty well. Oh my... Oh no.
Takes a hit from the bomb. You actually need to shovel that bomb immediately, otherwise you will get hit by that.
He just needs 2 more hits here.
Or 1 charge slash.
Okay. Propeller
Knight
is kind of just hugging the wall there, it seems.
Apparently, Propeller Knight wants to take this guy again. This is quite dangerous, but he gets him.
Oh god, dude. No, dude, he dies to Tinker.
He did not have enough mana to actually use a healer there.
That's really unfortunate. Actually, I don't know if he knows this, but once a boss fight actually starts at the beginning, there's about a 2-second period where you're actually invincible and bosses don't hurt you. So he could have just walked into Tinker Knight and then opened the platter and he would have been fine. But...
Yeah, but I don't know exactly how large that frame window. He was still pretty far into that corner there. His iframes held up really well. Unfortunately, he still falls off. There's a couple different options to doing Tinker Knight's mech fade. He's taking the pogo strat, play pogos. You can also use a combination of either Dust Knuckles, Charge Slash to finish, or tossing gears off of his missile launcher before going in for pogos. Do note though, if you do go for Dust Knuckle strats, you can get a total of 4 Dust Knuckles before you fall down. Important note is you do not have to worry about your mana count as much with Conjurer's Coat. You have a maximum of 80, and the max you get from those mana restores is a total of 30. You do not get maximum mana off of mana restores in the Gator's Tins. So let's go for Charge Slash. Another option to deal with the charge attack from Spectre is to wait till he's about to swing and then pogo his head twice. You do the same amount of damage as a charge slash. I don't think he sees the magic refill in the corner. Spectre's down. So those invincibility frames on the boss start are a lot longer than I thought they were.
Alright, let's see how he handles play. Hopefully he can kill him this time. He does have a pretty good amount of magic, so...
Good news is he really doesn't need him for the last 2 bosses either. So if he wants to, he can use pretty much all of his magic on the leg and still be fine.
Getting a bit of a... Oh, got really bad luck on some of the potion throws. It's random whether or not a bomb he throws turns into a split shot. I believe there's... I think he has a limit of 3 that can be on the screen. Those little green sort of balls on the wall.
When in doubt, those are the ones that you're gonna get you. Takes a death to the spikes. Lake Knight is well received as one of the hardest fights in this endgame.
Unfortunately, Ponder1ng is gonna forfeit the race. He's had a pretty rough time. I don't think he wanted to. I don't think he's ever been in a position where he's actually had to do the run without propeller gagger.
Well, with that, that's going to conclude our Shovel Knight for this morning. Let's take a look at the bracket. With Moomoo advancing, he'll be going up against Engage in round 2. And
Engage being one of the top tier players. He's been playing this game for a very, very long time. I believe he's been playing this game ever since it came out, so he's really familiar with this game. And Moomoo is a bit newer, so we'll see how that pans out.
And then Ponder1ng will fall down into the losers bracket, where he'll be going against Taiwan Ninja.
But if you are looking for some more tournament SK action, we will be streaming another match tonight, I believe at 10 p.m. and that will be...
I believe that's on Speedruns Live.
Yes.
Let me double check that. As what's going next for the Speed Gaming channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, there looks to be another Final Fantasy 1 race, and at 8 p.m. Eastern, there's going to be some Super Metroid. For Speed Gaming Shovel Knight action tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, at 4 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Eastern, there's going to be more Shovel Knight. Let's see, that match is going to be the Tuesday race will be between Explode and Westbeard 2. And the night's run on Speedruns Live at 8 p.m. Eastern will be between S Diesel and J Puffy. As commentators, I'm Caillou Katsuki, and I was joined by the lovely Tolu.
Yeah, it's been a fun race here. Unfortunately, it would have been a lot better if Ponder1ng did not have that mishap. I just can't, like, if you're just starting to run this game and like your route kind of goes sideways, it really like puts you in a terrible spot. So that's just kind of what happens sometimes. You run out of money and your whole route goes apart. So hopefully Ponder1ng will have better luck in the losers bracket. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.